Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Peace to my beautiful people from this beautiful land. I love you, and I'm in love with you. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. We know the truth now. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. We know the truth. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Atlanta, what up? Jersey, Baba. Minnesota, Kurt the God, roll the corn. Houston, Arawak, 1804. Cool Fox. Follow Cool Fox. Follow Cool Fox. Roll the corn. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and put where you're from and put the corn or the feather in the chat. Put a yen in the chat. Detroit, Atlantic Highlander. Detroit, what up? Ty Mary, California in the house. Minnesota. Sade. Huntsville, Alabama. 7 Money Slick. Appreciate it, Cool Fox. Slidell, Louisiana. I've been there before. Beautiful place. I got some aunts down there by Slidell. Fire. Accord, Florida. Roll the corn. Monroe, Louisiana. Marie, Moreau. Yen, Texas. Respect my kicks. Roll the corn. Bow my head to my people. I love you and I'm in love with you, man. Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Now, yesterday, I talked about the real meaning of Choctaw. I was gonna talk about the real meaning of Cherokee today, but I'm not through studying it, so I ain't put all the receipts together. So that might be tomorrow. But I got a little bit on that today. We have to get back to the original meaning of these tribe names, the original meaning of these chief names, and then it shows us, right, where all this stuff come from and what ancient languages it come from and where did it stem from. And that's what I'm kind of on right now, because the power of knowing the real history of these words opens up the power for our history, right? Because all the words are misconstrued and moved around and they're made to be something that they're not. Throughout my studies, I see that certain words was changed in America to make it not fit the narrative of the big picture, right? Some of these words go right along with the big picture, but they change the words so you can't link that, what they talk about in these old books, with these people over here. And they're doing that on purpose, people. They're doing that on purpose. They know the original man comes from America. They know it. They know the original language comes from America. They know it. They know the original people come from America. They know it. So what we got to do is decipher everything they done and put it out here in the universe for our people to go back and look at it and study it. And once I break the code, you can resonate with it because you got to it go with your history. Like I've been getting a lot of DMs about the Choctaw breakdown yesterday, and people are amazed by it because it shows the real ancient ancestry of the Choctaw Indian, right? Going right back to Hebrew words. That was powerful for me also because my great grandma was a Choctaw. So that information helped me just as much as it helped the other people that I put it out here for. I feel just as grateful for the information as anybody else because this is our history. It shows that a people culturally assimilated our name 2 times and made it out to be a Native American name. You know they didn't come up with that. We already knew that, but we got to prove it, right? So that's what I be on, man. I'm trying to break down these tribe names, the areas, because people think this tribe stuff don't exist. They're a lie. We all come from clans and tribes and ancient people. That's a fact. They want us to forget about our ancestry and just think we just popped up from it, just popped up on the planet. No, we didn't pop up from nowhere. We were seeing from somewhere. We're the only people in the world that they act like we just popped up. We just over here in the Southeast chilling, and you just tell us we from Africa. No, I can't go for that narrative, bro. That narrative is foolishness. It's ignorant. It's not what we are. They want us to think we not nothing. We just descend from slavery and we nothing. No, we're not going for that narrative. Not a now another day. We're not going for that. Roll the corn. You got to be out your mind. If you think we going for that shit, we ain't going for that. Let's go here. Various authors and travelers among Indians, in fact, that the American Indians, or the 10 tribes of Israel, will be attempted to be approved by the following argument. The American natives have one origin, Timeri. Their language appears to have been Hebrew. They have had their imitation of the Ark of the Covenant in ancient Israel. What is the covenant? See, the covenant is our promise to nature that we will take care of the earth, that we will be stewards of the land. We the only one understood it. That's the real covenant. The covenant is with nature, not God. Now, we did believe in the great spirit of nature. Roll the corn. That's what the great spirit was about. The great nature spirit. Not no YT man in the sky. No. Hell no. Not no YT in the sky. The great spirit of nature, the universe. Right? Because to understand the creator, you must understand what created you. See, we got to go back to the basics. If our ancestors are saying we come out of mound, we must have understood we came from the planet. So, there was our creator. So the great spirit is a representation of the creator of man, of our people, of the brown, the Homa, the brown people. Now, if you take that and turn that into a god, then you use our astrology teachings as a teaching of a god. That's just plagiarism on a whole nother level. Then once you plagiarize something, once you lie one time, you got to keep lying. Once you lie once, You got to keep lying. Now you got to change the lands. You got to change the maps. You got to change the locations. You got to tell the people who are originally from there they're not from there. You got to say man was created, the first man came from Africa. You must say the first languages came from Africa. Now you got to change 1,000 things at once. But you can't change 1,000 things without not and cover up the truth forever. You can't do that. Once we know what we're looking at, you can't change the truth. Now, they have acknowledged the one and only God, the Holy Spirit, the great spirit of nature and universe. Their traditions, right? They're having a tribe answering in various aspects to the tribe of Levi sheds further light on this subject. These American tribes were talking about the tribe of Levi, the tribe of Rueben, tribe of Judah, Issachar. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. Now, discoveries in America. It says the oldest scriptures, sacred and profound, attest the antiquity of the red race. As early as the antediluvian period, this vision of human families and taking possessions of the islands and continents of the Western Hemisphere, where it founded an empire. Now, Western Hemisphere, over here, these names of these people, these red people, these brown people, are the original. Just because they found in over there in the Mediterranean Sea, don't make them from there. Don't never think that. They not from that land. That's the second coming of our people over there. The first coming happens over here. Because the reason I know that is, let me show you. When our people landed over there, we already had ancient knowledge, people. We already had all this knowledge. Let me show y'all something. Roll the corn. Now, let me show you something. The Sumerians, they already knew about the 26,000 years is divisible by 60. Hold on, let me clean this off. Now they already knew about the 26,000 years of astrology. The Sumerian. He already knew that. That's why they think they from outer space, people. See, a hunter-gatherer don't know the background of this bloodline. He just see what the man already know. Right? He like, how these people know a 26,000 year precession cycle? Mesopotamian evidence of astronomy focused on omens, eclipses, seasonal cycles, say rather than 26,000 year, but they lying because they knew about the whole 26,000 year cycle of the zodiac when they came to the Tigris and Euphrates River. Now, if Abraham leaves the city of Mesopotamia, automatically That starts the story of the Bible. The Abraham story is the start of of what's going on in the Bible. So if Abraham's people already know about the 26,000 years of zodiacs, eclipses and comets and stars, where did they live? Where did his ancestors live before that? He just popped up out of nowhere, knowing 26,000 years of stars. No. His ancestry goes back way farther than the Bible, people. His ancestry goes back to this land over here. This is where it was mapped out at. Let's keep going. This is where these bloodlines is coming from. They talking about, right? So these people already knew the 26,000 years of astrology, passing it down and down and down to their descendants, right? That's where you get the King's List from. The King's List of these ancient Paleo-Hebrew mound builders are passing down the list of kings and passing down the list of knowledge of astrology. All that time, people. Let me show you. Roll the coin. Let me show you. Now, the Sumerian passed down their knowledge by inventing cuneiform, right? They try to say that's the world's first language, but they lying, which was used to record trade, laws, medicine, literature on clay tablets. These people found 150,000 tablets of melanated people's history in a mound in the Middle East. How do we don't have no history? And we know Sumerians were melanated mound builders with wearing feathers on their head. How we ain't got no history? Y'all took 150,000 tablets from the mounds. Y'all took tablets from the mounds over here. They go right along with the tablets of the mounds over there. They know what they was doing. You got to hide that to hide the history of a people who built the first civilizations on the planet. Now that I showed y'all that, let's go back here. Right? Roll the coin. Architects, engineers on inhabiting large, imposing edifices and extraordinarily extensive public works, aggressive, belligerent armies overran parts of Europe and Africa, exacting tribute, disposing sub-rulers, right? When they began to explore the America, the interior of the continent, gold, silver, and precious stones, they found provinces, great cities, temples, and palaces, canals, bridges, and all this stuff. So when the Spanish came, columns of strange hieroglyphics in America of a past civilization. Cities was already here. We already had tribes. We already had buildings. We already had knowledge when the Spanish came over here. Now, if we already got tribes and knowledge and houses and canals and rivers, how are we Moors? Moors come through the Spanish. We was already here with buildings and architecture and temples. Temples, people. See it? Now, what they don't want to teach you is the connection from ancient culture up into the American Indian. The American Indian had already left here long time ago and built cities all around the world. So they find these people artifacts, and then they start to figure out that they are the American Indian. When they come over here, they match up the languages. They match up what they found over there in the mounds and the temples and the pyramids, right with what the people are doing right here when they got back. What was written in the books, those people was out there in the wilderness doing it, and they never read the book. Let's keep going, because it come from their ancestral teacher. Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Now, when they talk about this stuff, they're talking about the people who are seafarers, right? They're seafarers. Roll the corn. According to the biblical account, they were pastoral people. Right? These people were agriculture people. They try to call Palestine the promised land because Canaanites live there. But it's not the original promised land. It's not the original. Let's keep going. Now y'all screenshot this. Tribes of America, right? Indians and Jews, the jewels of God, written in the book of Esdras, which they talk about America. Tribes of America now. Let's keep going. Now, this talks about the lost tribes inhabited a section of Bradley County more than 4,000 years ago. 4,000 years ago, they find 4,000-year-old Hebrew in Bradley County. I gotta find this again, what state this is, but this in America. A 700-foot stone wall bearing hieroglyphics of Phoenician Hebrew. A 700-foot stone wall bearing hieroglyphics of ancient Hebrews, right there. Roll the corn. Lost tribe of Israel inhabited a section of Bradley County more than 4,000 years ago. 4,000 years ago, people. Let's keep going. Stone wall was discovered in Bradley County Farm, disclosing what the New York scientists believe to be the key to the two lost tribes of Israel. The wall was estimated to be 700 feet in length and considered a portion of it was uncovered, all of which was inscribed with hieroglyphics, indicating that the entire wall was so inscribed. Stone shaped like a flat iron stood above the surface and on the ground was covered with a strange characteristics around nothing more than a casual interaction among, see the bottom down there, the country folk. Now, 700-foot wall, all Phoenician Hebrew written on the wall in Bradley County. Let's keep going. Indians, their alphabet, right? This was done by some Indians now. They're trying to tell you right here, the stone of man of the Middle South. They had some in Tennessee also. Indiana, I mean, not Indiana, but Tennessee, Ohio, Tennessee, found over Tennessee, right there. Another stone wall with Paleo Hebrew on it. It's buried underground now. They put dirt over it to cover it up. They took a piece of it and put it somewhere. The Smithsonian got a piece of it, and they put it somewhere, right? Let's keep going. Now, they say the Cherokee Hebrew were one of the lost tribes. Now look what they say. Cherokee have had families of Jewish heritage in their midst before Columbus, and the early Jewish traders married Cherokee women to cement their ties with the tribe. That's crazy. Now they talk about when they tested the bloodline. Now, watch this. They tested the bloodline, right? Genetics that they were more Jewish than the American Jew of European ancestry. Genetically, their bloodline matched the people buried in ancient Hebrew towns, and it was not a European ancestry. The American Jew of European ancestry does not match the genetics of them people. Now, let me explain something. Berbers, Egyptians, Turks, Lebanese, Hebrews, and Mesopotamians matching the bloodline of Cherokees. See that? Let me explain that. Let me break that down because I want people to understand what happened in history. This is what happened in history. Just like I told y'all. Our bloodline mixed with North Africans. That's where you get the Berbers. Right? We the first Egyptians. That's where you get the Egyptian bloodline matching up the Indians. The first Turks. Lebanese people. The original Hebrews. And the Mesopotamians. Bloodline is matching the Cherokee Indian in America. How? Because the bloodline come from here. It left here and mixed with all these different people on all these different places. But a piece of that bloodline, and when it comes back from Egypt and Mesopotamia and the Turks and all of that, the bloodline is mixed at that point. But it still matches the original bloodline. You get it? I told y'all we was the first people on those people's land. We mixed with the barbarians of their land. That's where you get Berber from. Our blood and their blood makes a Berber. But they are not us because they are not pure-blooded. They don't live by the same strict code that our people live by. The Berbers started using the knowledge to enslave Slavic people. After we mix with the North African or the Africans, the Berber uses the knowledge that they get from us of agriculture to starve out the Slavic people. And they rule England, rule Europe and North Africa for 800 years. You get it? Now, Egyptians. Why does Cherokees have some of the same DNA as Egyptians? Because the bloodline left here and went over there. Turks, Lebanese, Hebrews, Mesopotamians. Now, how are Indians bloodline matching Mesopotamians? And the first bloodline of the Hebrew came from of Mesopotamia. Because the blood is from here, people. They know this shit. I got this right off their pages. See, you gotta go in there and look what the scientists doing from these YT people. They going right in there doing the DNA. They try to sneak the information out but they ain't gonna tell you in front of everybody. You got to go in there and search it, right? Let's keep going. Now, Indians and Israelites. Cuba and Haiti are Hebrew. Hayana from the Hebrew ayin. Hayana from the Hebrew ayin. See that? The name of the rivers are derived from Hebrew. Cuba and Haiti come from Hebrew. Ayin. Right there. See that? The river's named after Hebrew terms. We know the truth now. Let's keep going. Ayin. Now, this is the land where they found the 700-foot formation with the Hebrew on there, but they took that piece out of there. They took it out of there and moved it, right? 1920, they moved it. 10-inch thick, 3-ply stone, 3 feet thick, 700-foot wall with hieroglyphics of Hebrews in Ohio. Roll the coin. This is how it looked right here, people. Here's an example of how it looked. American. See it? American. Look at all these Hebrew words going diagonal on the wall. The wall is 3 feet thick. This is what they hide in America from us. America. Hebrew inscriptions going across a stone wall. Roll the coin. Let's go back to Cuba. Let's break this down. Christopher Columbus had participation of the Jews. Let's keep going. Now, O in Spanish is pronounced wa. X in Spanish is sha. The correct pronunciation of Osaka is Washaka. Let me do that again. O is pronounced wa. X in Spanish is pronounced sha. The correct pronunciation of Osaka is Washaka. Wages of hire or higher. Wasakar. It's wages or higher. This is the people of Mexico. Ancient melanated Indians of Mexico. Let me show you. Break that down, Truth. Break that down. Watch this. Now, wages of hire. A man of hire. Ishakar. Let's go back. Wasakar. Sakar. Issachar. Issachar, man of hire. Connected to Sokar, an Egyptian god of the necropolis. The primary Bible meaning of the name Issachar is Issachar. I've been telling y'all that the tribe of Issachar comes from America. Facts. They are changing the words. Let's go back one more time. Ozaka. O is Y, X is Sha. You get Washaka. Wages of hire. The men of hire are the Issachar, which is Issachar. Then in Egypt, they got the worshipers of Sakar, Issachar. It's the same thing. They want you to think it's some type of Egyptian shit, Sakar, but really that is Paleo-Hebrew. Roll the coin. Now let me show y'all where this word come from. Right there, it's a town called this in Mexico. Let me show you. Roll the coin. We know the truth now. Hold on. Roll the corn. Now look what's out there in Oaxaca. Look what's out there. Let me show you what's out there. In Mexico. Monte Alban. Oaxaca, Mexico. Pyramids. The tribe of Issachar built them damn pyramids in Mexico. Facts. Let's blow that up. Here you go right here. There you go right there. Let's blow this up. Hold on. Let's go to TripAdvisor. Let's take a trip. There you go right there. Right there. Look where it's at. Let me show you where it's at now. Right there. That deciphers in the Issachar. That's a fact. These hunter-gatherers know it. That's who built that. The Zapotek, the Totonac Indian was melanated. I got a picture of him coming right off the pyramids in Mexico. Brown skinned as hell. Ain't got nothing to do with no Native American. Let's keep going. Let's go back. Wages for hire. King David hired the Issachar as a military group. That's a fact. King David hired Issachar as a military group, which was the Indians of America. Facts. You think King David ain't got nothing to do with the Issachar? Where these hunter-gatherers get these stories from? You better start asking around. Let me show you. I'm going to go a little deeper into this too. Roll the coin. Hold on. Watch this. King David was from the tribe of Judah. He had pivotal alliance with the tribe of Issachar. This connection is defined by the following key elements. The son of Issachar were among the first tribes to recognize David's divine right to rule. It all go together. Now, that's why the Totonac Indian and the Mayans and all of that had the 6-point star, the seal of David on their artifacts. Facts. And they represented the fire of the volcano and the water going into the planet. Put both of them together, 6-point star. Shit ain't even religious. It ain't religious at all, people. It became religious. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. Men of higher wages. Jacob. Okay, let's go through this. Interpretation related to the context of the story where Leah hired Jacob for a night with mandrakes, a fertility herb, bought by her, the tribe of Rueben. Mandrakes, huh? Mandrakes. Mandrakes. Let me show you what a mandrake is. Mandrakes, tribe of Rueben, tribe of Issachar. Mayapples, native to North America. A mandrake is a mayapple, native to North America and eastern U.S. to Canada. Roll the coin. A mayapple. An American mayapple is a mandrake. That's a fact. And these people are talking about these tribes got mandrakes. Right there. Right there. Bought mandrakes. Rueben. Issachar's son is named Tola, which became Tula. Same word. Issachar's son name was Tola, which they called him Tula because he lived in stone cities called Tula. Facts. Let me show you what Tola at. Tula. Tula, the Atlantean, Tula, the son of Issachar, is the fucking Atlantean bloodline. That's why you got Toltec. Toltec Mounds, Arkansas, come from Tula. Tula is the same name as Tola. Right? Tula is the same name as Tola. See that, right? Tola is the son of who? The leader from the tribe of Issachar. Tola, the son of Puah, grandson of Dodo, the leader from the tribe of Issachar, judged Israel for 23 years following Abimelech. These people are called in the towns Tola. Now, truth, what they got to do with the American Indian? Was Tola or Tula used in the Choctaw language? The real one, the real Choctaws. Tula has been associated with who? Who Tula associated with? Melanated ancient Choctaws. These are the same damn people. They ancestors with the same mound building, tribe of Issachar. Some type, it might not be the tribe of Issachar, but this is a Tamari ancient word. The Choctaw are one of these tribes, people. Roll the corn. Tula is used as a name, a Choctaw word for warrior. It's Tavushka or Tushka. Okay. Choctaw name for warrior, huh? Coming from Tola or Tula? Same shit as this. Same shit as this. The Atlantean. Don't get it twisted. We all talking about warriors. These warriors, people. Who you think them is? Them same warriors the Mississippian were talking about? The Tola, the Tula were talking about it. This is called an Atlantean in the history books. Okay. Let me show you. Atlantean warrior, Tula, Mexico. Atlantis de Tula. Now, you get it? Who the Atlantean is? Atlantean figures. Now, the Toltec mounds in Arkansas, the Plume Bayou mounds, was built by the Tula. They called it Tula, right? Toltec comes from Tola, the son of Issachar. The Toltec are the tribe of Issachar. The Toltec mounds in Arkansas was made by the tribe of Issachar. Same fucking people. Later coming down in history. Same people that was in Mexico. Facts. Tula, Arkansas. Toltec mounds. Roll the coin. They changed the name of these mounds 2 times, right? They don't want you to know who built them. Now, only reason I found that out was It's on De Soto's map, people. It's on De Soto map. It ain't there today, but it's on De Soto's map with Tula. Hold on, let me show it to you before I go on. Right here. Let me blow this up. It's on De Soto's map. De Soto's expedition, right? What they say right there? Zoom that mother again. It won't even zoom in good. There go Tula right there. You see it? Tula right there. From the people from the tribe of Issachar. That's a fact. Right there. Tula Cavas Caves. The Spanish treasure cave is the new name of the Tula Cavas. Cavas is cave. Tula Mounds, right there in Arkansas. Now, today, let me show you what that is. It's called the Spanish Treasure Cave, Arkansas. Old Spanish Treasure Cave, Benton, Arkansas. This is where the Tula or the Tola had gold. And the Spanish got it right up out of there. Why you think they called it the Treasure Cave? Did I just show you De Soto went to that cave? You think they ain't find shit over here? You think that shit just a myth? This the land of minerals, people, not Africa. Roll the corn. Now, somebody in the chat talking about extract information from Chat GPT. Let me give you some information. Let me show you something. You act like you don't understand what the fuck I'm trying to tell you. Just don't understand. Watch this. Watch this right here. Explain this to me. Watch this. Watch this. They think it's a joke. Everything fun and games. Everything fun and games till I show the damn receipts. Yes, a massive influx of gold and silver from the Americas in the 16th century briefly made Spain the richest motherfucking country in Europe. Why they ain't rich from Africa? See, you need to go play with somebody else, big dog. Talking about some Chat GPT. This is real motherfucking history. I'm just showing you the backup of what I'm trying to tell you. I ain't got to use this, bro. I ain't got to use the computer, bro. I'll teach you this shit off my dome. I just wanted you to show you that there is a real backing in what I'm telling you. That's all I do that for. I don't get no information from that. That get information from me. I'm the computer. Roll the corn. I don't need no backup. I just do this for people who think I just be bullshitting and talking shit. Spain, after they left America, massive influx of gold and silver from the Americas in the 16th century. I just showed you the motherfucking cave where it came from. Hooked to the tribe of Issachar, and you out here trying to be funny. What we gonna do about our people, man? If the YT man get on there and said, motherfucker might believe it. I said it's got to be disputed. It's Chat GPT. Now, go listen to the hunter-gatherers then. Everything I say got to be disputed. Let's keep going. That's cool. I can bag this shit up. I ain't one of these other guys who just be talking, can't bag it up. I'm going to show your ass a receipt from everything I tell you. Or I ain't going to even show it to you. That's how I roll. Now, Zamay, right? Zamay, Rotocorn, the tribe, Zamay, the land of Simeon, Kauai, Jamaica. Jamaica. You think you are more you want to. The land of Simeon, Kwame is Jamaica. Kwameka, modern day Jamaica. Rotocorn. Let's keep going. Let me show you something. Kwameka, CA. Okay, they try to tell you it's CA. Ka, land, Taino, all this stuff the same. Ka, Jamaica, put ka at the end for land, Taino, Hebrew, all day. Paleo Hebrew all day. Do this sound like these people came from somewhere else? No. Hell no. Let's keep going. Land of the valiant noble. Hispaniola is his paradise. The fruit vegetation area. Let's keep going. Borica, Puerto Rico. The island name Borica. Clear connection with the Hebrew. Barica, well. Baricum, blessed. Barica, blessed. Hebrew. Borica, Puerto Rico. You don't know where these names come from. You don't know. We got to take the name back to the truth. Borica, Puerto Rico. Barica, Baraka, Baraka, blessing. Same thing as Barica, Puerto Rico. Where you think them names come from? That shit ain't it's turned to Spanish, but it come from Hebrew. Everything is changed to Spanish, acting like they created it, but they really just remixing our words. You get it now? Let's keep going. Tola, a son of Issachar, fathered the Tolites. The Tolites are the damn Toltec. Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Who came to Mesoamerica in BC times and settled. This shit is in the Bible, and you thinking you talking about over there. Nah, big dog. They came to Mexico. Where did they come from? Truth now. North the Mississippi River. You know how I know? Because the Toltec mounds sit right there out the Mississippi River. Older than the pyramids. The Mississippian is the motherfucking Atlantean. You get it now? You smell me? Let's go look up the Tolites in the Bible. Let's go check them out. Since ain't none of this shit real. Ain't none of that real anyway. That's all. Let everybody tell it. Let's go look. Roll the coin. The Tolites in the Bible. They were sanitary. Right? Sanitary people. They had hygiene laws, people. Keep the camp holy and clean. These Americans. Yeah, roll the coin. This shit got to be clean. It's holy and clean. Kodesh, it's got to be clean. All that old dirty hunter-gatherer, barbarian shit, that is not the chosen people of God. Y'all can lie and say that shit come from over there all you want to. Them dirty people are not the chosen people of God. The Tolites had hygiene laws. Simple. Luxury items, elite or royalty. Okay, let's keep looking. Roll the coin. We know the truth now. Hold on. Let me make sure this everything's spelled right. Hold on, because I'm gonna show you who these people is. Roll the coin. Oh my goodness, I'm finna make a connection. I just got a download. Hold on. Just got to load. Hold on. Now, hold on. They were sanitary people. They created the laws of hygiene. What does Tolites sound like, people? What does Tolites sound like? What it sound like? They got something to do with hygiene. What it sound like? Put it in the chat. Tolites. They put the first toilet. They put the first toilets in their buildings. I'm done. Roll the call. That's enough. We know the truth now. Now, these dirty hunter-gatherers don't know nothing about no toilet. The Tolites, which is the goddamn Issachar people, which the same people, the damn Choctaws and Chickasaw, were using the same language as these damn Tolites in the Bible. They the Toltecs. They got their oldest monument sits on the river, off the Mississippi River in Arkansas. They created the toilet. The toilet is named after the Tolites, which is the damn Toltec people. In the Bible. We know the truth now. Hold on. Let's look at the rest of it. Let's check out the rest of it. Hold on. Let's see what else they did before I stop. Roll the coin. The first book of hygiene right? Waste disposal, cleaning up, not being dirty, hand washing and bathing, bodily, right, quarantine for sick people, environmental hygiene, sick houses, right? Had all that stuff. Look at what we created. These are the jewels of God. The clean people, the holy people. That's what they're talking about. They clean. Cleanliness is next to what? Godliness. All the way around the world. Let's keep going. Tola. Right? Toltec, Tola. Tola. Built on the ruins of the once great capital of Toltec Indian Empire. Tola was a humble adobe village set around the Central American Plaza. Tola, built on the ruins of a once great capital of Toltec Indian Empire. Tola was a humble adobe, which is bricks that we created over here. Adobe is brick. Village set around the Central American Plaza. Facts. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Among them was that which in older times was the country of the Chakal, the present Chuvala, and country of the people of Rabanal, Pamaka, Raban. American anthropology. Raban. What is Raban, Truth? Raban? What it sound like? Come on, stick with me. Rueben. What it sound like? Rueben. The tribe of Rueben. American anthropology. Let's keep going. Raban. Raban. Rueben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of the strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. Raban, Rueben. Raban, let's keep going. Gad. Roll the corn. Roast and dry the store away. These fields look us by helping our corn to grow. Our corn. From the earth we draw life from our corn. That's why I roll the motherfucking corn right there. Right there. From the earth, and we draw life from our corn. That's why corn go along with all of this teaching of the Paleo Hebrew. I know what I be talking about. And why I be telling you roll the corn from the dough. I don't play. Roll the motherfucking corn. Now, the tribe of Gad is talking about helping our corn grow. Our children eat it. This is what fed our tribes. Your ancestors created corn through hybriding plants, intermarry, and all of that cleanliness, godliness, all of that jewels of God, chosen people, all that shit come from the children of the motherfucking corn. Simple. It don't come from the children of hunter-gatherers. It comes from the children of the corn. Roll the corn. Listen to me. Now, we eat it, continue to live our corn from this earth, and we draw life from our corn. We are of this place. Juniper trees stand alone. Juniper trees stand alone. Should name ourselves for this place. We are Gad, the tribe of Gad, the corn. Let's keep going. Juniper trees. Juniper trees are widely found in Oregon, Nevada, Idaho, California, Colorado, Sahara, Nevada. Now, watch this. This go to bullshit. Watch this. But I'm going to break it down. Juniper trees were present, right, in the ancient Middle East. The cedars of Lebanon, Syria, Turkey, Jordan, Negev, right? One tree on top of the mountain. Ritual. Highly valued for their hard, fragrant. Watch this. Uncovered charcoal from the Phoenician juniper. Juniperus phoenicia. Hebrews planted that tree in the Middle East, people. Hebrews planted that tree at the top of the mountain over there. That's why the tree is named the Phoenician junipers. Why is it hooked to the Hebrew? Because we planted the motherfucker there. That's why it's hooked to the Hebrew. It's not from their land. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Ain't none of that shit they talk about from over there. The citron trees, the damn juniper, the cedar, May apples, pomegranate, all that shit from here. You get it? We plant that seed up at the top of a high place and we go up there and show love to nature, people. That tree don't go natural over there. You got to plant it. It grows natural here in all these damn states. Natural. You nobody plant them. They're natural. Over there, they was planted by Phoenicians. That's why the tree is called the Juniperus phoenicia. You get it? On top of high altitudes, rocky areas, Bama, Alabama. Bama is high land to praise. You go to high land, plant the tree, and you show love to nature right there where you plant that Phoenicia, Juna. You get it? Let's keep going. Roll the card. Watch this. Gad, the tribe of Gad now. Which they fancy to be in the likeness to be worn by their predecessors. The predecessors in ancient times, with their breastplates and various holy ornaments. The mound builders had copper breastplates. That's what they're talking about. The American Indian is talking about their ancestors. Ancient times wearing copper breastplates. You get it? The old divine speech. Now, them copper breastplates were found in mounds all over America. Facts. Copper helmets, copper breastplates, copper armbands, copper armor, copper swords, axes, everything you want. All copper. Let's keep going. You can look this up now. You look this up. Watch this now. And urges them to imitate their virtuous ancestors. I told you virtue is a part of this teaching. They beloved the holy people and urges them to imitate their virtuous ancestors and tells them of their beloved land flowing with milk and honey. You love your land You love your ancestors. They virtuous. You want to imitate the virtue of your ancestors. Not that other shit. The virtuous ancestor is to be imitated. You love the land and you love your ancestors. It's just that simple. This is the real teaching. Then it became God or a deity, right? Let's keep going. I had to show y'all that because that's important. It's very important. The Great Spirit, people, they fell under the displeasure of the Great Spirit of nature. Not of God's, nature's Great Spirit. Right? Roll the coin. And they told you about a prophet in future events that can predict nature. Because your ancestors already saw everything the earth had to offer. So they know when something bad is going to happen, a flood, a storm, or earthquake. That's a prophet predicting nature's occurrences. So it wouldn't kill your people when it came again. You got prepared for that. You ain't talking about when Trump gonna die. You talking about what the planet gonna do. They can flood us out and drown us or whatever. Our ancestors saw that before. So when we see this certain thing happening in the sky or this or that, they know it's coming. We prepare for that. That's a real prophet. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. We know the truth now. Now, in 1817, the fifth president, James Monroe, ordered Andrew Jackson to fight the Seminole Indians, the tribe of Rueben. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Oh, y'all gonna go to war with the tribe? Y'all know who y'all killing, huh? You hunter-gatherer knew you were killing one of the tribes of Israel, huh? Y'all knew it. Y'all already knew it. Huh? Andrew Jackson? James Monroe? Y'all knew the mounds were Hebrew mounds. Y'all knew it. Y'all wanted to cover it up with your military, your Confederate. All that Confederate shit on top of our mounds made by a tribe of one of the tribes. Now they say the Seminole Nation is the tribe of Rueben. Let me connect it all together. Let's connect the truth. Now, who are the descendants of the Seminole Nation? Let's go look. The Timucua Indians are associated with Seminoles. Same bloodline. Part of the same bloodline of the Timucua Indian in North Florida is associated with Seminoles. The Timucua population was absorbed into the developing Seminole Nation. Right? Okay. What is the stone of Rueben? What is the stone of Rueben, truth now? Stone of Rueben. What is it? Hold on. It sounds just like it. The ruby rubies, red rubies. The ruby represents the tribe of Reuben on a priestly breastplate. Interesting. Associated with fertility, passion. The color red, it connects to the biblical mandate to be fruitful or multiply. The ruby represents the tribe of Reuben. Interesting. Roll corn. The ruby. Rubies and sapphires come out of the largest mine in the world, Craig. Right there in Carolina. Right there by Florida. Look at all them damn rubies. Right there in Carolina. The ruby on the copper breastplate comes from the tribe of Reuben. Copper from the Great Lakes. Rubies from this place right here, Franklin, North Carolina. Truth. How can you prove an ancient culture lived and had rubies in Franklin, North Carolina? This how. This how I know an ancient culture was in Franklin, North Carolina. The Nikwasi Mound. The Nikwasi Mound is right outside of the mines of the rubies. You get it? You get it? Our people's mounds are right outside the mines where the rubies come from. Same damn area, Franklin, North Carolina. Now, Franklin, North Carolina is the gem capital of the world. Franklin, North Carolina is the rare gem capital of the world. Native ruby mines and the historic Nikwasi Mound. Now they call it a sacred Cherokee mound. Okay, Truth. You found the rubies. The copper come from the Great Lakes. Their ancestors wore the copper breastplate with the rubies. Okay. Tribe of Reuben. How can you prove who these people are? Truth. Ancient Indians mined the area that is now Franklin, North Carolina, long before European settlement. They mined it, ancient Indians. Let's keep going. The Temuca Indians are associated with the Seminoles, which is a tribe of Ruben Indian. Now, common sense says, if you from the tribe of Reuben, you wear a ruby on your breastplate, right? There you go. And there you have it. Temuca Indian breastplate. What the hell is that? What's that? Huh? What kind of stone is that? The red ruby. This melanated Indian descends from the tribe of Reuben, with the ruby on his breastplate, just like his ancestors wore it, right there in North Florida, with green emeralds on a plate. Where the green emeralds come from, Truth? This show you there was miners right here. North Carolina. We just left North Carolina, right? Right? North Carolina is the only state in the U.S. with historic emerald deposits found by Alexander and Mitchell in 1874. These rare green beryl crystals often appear in quartz veins. Emerald Village. Roll the coin. North Carolina is the only state in the U.S. with green emeralds. These are rare green beryl crystals. They rare. Hold on. Think it's a game? Largest emerald deposit in the U.S. Chromium-rich green beryl emeralds. Green. See how rare they are, people. Let's see how rare they are. North Carolina is home to a rare, significant emerald. Green beryl. Rare, people. Ain't no Moors got that. Y'all trying to call him a Moor? Ain't no motherfucking green emeralds in no Spain, in no Africa. They found a couple of them in Switzerland, but them motherfuckers ain't green. So this ain't no more. He got green emeralds from Carolina. Red rubies from North Carolina. You stop calling these Moors. These are American Indians with American stones. You get it? This ain't got nothing to do with no Moors. They just called him a Moor because they called everybody melanated a Moor. You get it? But he ain't no more. He was the king of the Temuca tribe in the Jacksonville area. Wearing Carolina rubies and got Carolina green beryl emeralds on a plate that are rare to the planet, and they only come from North America. Now you can take this information and act like you don't understand it, hunter-gatherers, but you can't debunk the truth. You cannot debunk the truth. Now, let's go see one more thing. One more thing I need to see. Now, green emeralds. Now, what is this right here? What's that, people? What's that around the green emeralds? What's that? You see it? What's that shit called? What's that called around the green emeralds, people? It ain't silver. That's gold, people. That's gold. That is gold. That's gold. It's gold. It's gold. Hold on. It's gold. Green emeralds and beryl are both varieties of minerals, beryls, often found pegmatites in cyst, frequently associated with gold, quartz, and other minerals. That gold, right there with them emeralds, All of it go together. Big Dog is rocking gold, rubies, and emeralds, all coming from Carolina, handmade in the crowns and breastplates. But we come from Africa. Use a motherfucking lie, you hunter gatherer. Roll the coin. Now, everything he got on come from this land. He ain't no African. He's an Indian chief with an ancient bloodline of Rueben, a mound builder. Mound Builders of America is the ancient tribes. And that bloodline comes into the American Indian. Same bloodline of people. Now, once this knowledge goes across the water to new people, now priests are wearing breastplates with all of the stones of our tribes in their breastplate. They got it from us. Let me show you what a hunter-gatherer do with it. Now, you got this right here. Now you got the hunter-gatherer doing shit like this. Look at your boy. Look at your mans. Now look at your man. Think he all holy from the land and nature. He's a Ashkenazi trying to act like that melanated jewel of God I just showed you, the jewel of nature I just showed you. Now you got your boy with his ugly ass shirt on, blowing on a horn flute, acting like he from one of these tribes. He said a great value chest plate. Y'all, the great value chest plate, a high priest. Look at him. Look at him. Brand new Hebrew signs. Look at him. Look at your mans. Look at your boy. See what I'm saying? The generic version. Hunter-gatherers get our information when we took it across the water to the Mediterranean Sea and to the so-called fake Holy Land. And they start doing what we done. They learned from us. They learned about our different stones of different tribes from different areas of America. And they tried to use it on that desert-ass land. Now these people run our old sites where we once lived, where they pulled out all the information and use it for their religions. You get it now? Roll the coin. You get it now? Now, let's move from here to over there. After we evolve and get on ships and take this information over there, we mix with a whole new type of people on that land. And it becomes all of these different cultures of Africa in Europe and the Mediterranean Sea. But they are using our base language, our symbols, our tribe names. They are using all of that. Right? The Abraham story, leaving Mesopotamia. His bloodline came from the original people of that. That's why it's hooked to the Bible like that. I told y'all a little while ago that them Indians had the same DNA as Mesopotamians, ancient Mesopotamians, ancient Lebanon people, ancient Egypt. It was the same bloodline. They ended up enslaved on their own land. You get it now? How did they end up enslaved in these places like Egypt? Because they were the original people who built it. And the mixture and the new people come in and enslave the original people. Now, we are enslaved on the Nile River after we built it. You get it? Everywhere we go, we become prisoners of war because we were there first. You get it? Same way we became a prisoner of war over here on our plantations. Our ancient ancestors became prisoners of war in Egypt. Samaria also. Get it? It's written in these old books that our people always got oppressed because we were nature's people. We showed love. Everybody stabbed us in the back after we teach them this beautiful covenant of nature, of knowledge, of nature. Now they run around making religions out of it. And there you go. Roll the coin. The first language of these people was Paleo-Hebrew, which came from agriculture. We all know hunter-gatherers and barbarians was not doing agriculture before us, so therefore they didn't create that language. That language was not created in a desert area. It was created in an agriculture area. So that exempts Africa, that exempts the Middle East, and that exempts the Levant Hebrew area on the Mediterranean Sea. It exempts it. It wasn't created there. It was brought there from an agriculture people. Now, the first Bibles or the first teachings of poems was agriculture poems, people. Nature teaches you how to live righteous on the planet. The Ethiopian Bible is all agriculture, people. It ain't got nothing to do with no damn gods. That's what they don't want to teach you. Let me show you something. These are rites of nature, poems of nature, songs of nature. The book of Enoch and the book of Jubilees, right? It says the original farmers who planted the Garden of Eden emphasizes a divine stewardship based approach to land and crops, right? The Ethiopian Bible presents agriculture as a divine foundational act. The planet created plants. We entrusted in the planet, entrusted humans to manage the planet with the agriculture. Right? Sacred duty is to farming in the first books that was written. Spiritual understanding of the land and thus the plant's role in life, right? Practical agricultural wisdom, such as ecclesiastes with advice farmers to preserve. Don't wait for perfect weather or work to work diligently. Crops will prosper. The oldest translations appearing around 500 AD often carry agriculture context in the teachings. Sacred views of the land management, written out step by step of how to take care of the land. That's the connection to the book, people. Now you get the book and you turn it into what you want to turn it into, but it all starts with step-by-step instructions of how to be the steward of the planet, steward of the land, how to take care of the land and the animals and the crops and take care of the earth. Then it becomes, that was the first divine people. That's what I want. That's really, the only reason I'm telling y'all that is, those are the first divine people. That's where all this knowledge come from. All of it. Egyptian knowledge, Sumerian knowledge, ancient American Indian knowledge is where all of it come from. But one thing about those two places, they are in the desert. So the knowledge originally came from Tamari, the real garden. The real gardens. You get it? And then it spread it out and it was taught in other places. Roll the corn. Now, these old buildings were called the pockets of paradise, people. Now they turned that into churches. Now they are protected by churches, serving as a vital seed bank or biodiversity hotspots that support local ecosystem health. Now, churches and seeds, people. Seeds all over in places that they don't supposed to be at. So now, you gotta ask it, you gotta ask this. Now, after our people got flooded out, after that, we started collecting seeds, people. We had seed banks just in case something goes wrong, just like it went wrong with the flood, right? Now our people are using seed banks in ancient spots, keeping up with the seeds, right? Roll the corn. Christian Hope Seeds International. They provide quality garden seeds for agriculture, and they teach education of agriculture to impoverished communities around the world, while they hold seeds in the church that you can plant in these places around the world. You get it? Vegetable and crop seeds to families of Eastern Europe, Romania, Ukraine, Africa, to help them achieve food security. From ancient churches handing out seeds to these areas, right? They got all that from us. $2.4 billion seeds, Millennium Seed Bank, 80 countries to protect wild plants that are going extinct in Europe. Because the plant ain't from there. A lot of them species, the plant's not even from there, so they got to keep the seed and keep trying to keep growing them and make sure they don't go extinct over there. But over here, they growing wild in the woods. Come on now. This is life, people. The tree of life is an American tree. The plant of life is corn. They can stop lying. Manna is the plant of life. The date palm tree is the tree of life. Both of them come from here. Manna lapon means white corn. So all of this religious stuff comes from an agriculture people from Timeri, and our knowledge was changed into religions. We are the Atlantean. We are the Hebrew, the Hebrew, the Ivri, the children of Abraham. All that shit come through us. And these people know it. So when they got to America and they had that Bible, they kept going around the whole country looking for the actual spots what that Bible was talking about. And they started to find them. And when they found them, they made them national parks. National parks, state parks, private land, government land, military parks. You put that shit on top of it to hide it, right? The reason I know this to be true, because all these ancient mounds, they got something to do with this shit, are in the military park. Now, these people talking about and they put it right in your face. Just ain't paying attention. Right? It's right in your face. It's right in your face. Abraham oak. Trees in the cave at the end of the field were purchased by Abraham on the death of his wife Sarah at the family burial place nearly 4,000 years ago in Genesis 5:23. Stood on the old stump name for the founder of the Hebrew nation, Abraham's oak. Where is it, Truth? Where the fuck this at? Abraham oak where? Where is it? Y'all think this shit a joke? Right there in Memphis in a cemetery. Y'all, you think this shit a joke? I'm just gonna keep on slamming the knowledge and slamming it and slamming it and slamming it so my people understand what these people have done. These people have hung God's chosen people from trees on their land. You get it? Now, Abraham's supposed to have built a fort in this area, a stone house. Huh? Let's go find that. It's right there. It's out there too. All that fake oak of Abraham. Ain't no oak trees over there in the desert. Acting like that old fake spot. It ain't it. You think these hunter-gatherers over here calling this stuff this you want to? They say he built an ancient stone building right there by Abraham's oak, right? Right there by Abraham's oak. Ancient stone building right there by Abraham's oak. Ancient stone building right there by Abraham's oak. What is that right there? I think this shit a joke. Okay. Go out there and look. If you in Memphis, go out there and look. Go out there and look. You gonna feel it. You gonna feel it. Go on out there and look. Right in the cemetery in Memphis, Tennessee. Memorial Park Cemetery, Memphis. Got Black Abraham right in the back. Watch this. Watch this right here. Let me blow this shit up. I hope they got the picture so I can show y'all before I get out of here. Watch this. Melanated Abraham. Watch this. Give me the pic. They done changed them out now. Look, they probably changed them out. They was melanated. Hold on, let me see. Roll the coin. Y'all go research it. Go look up in the cave. Abraham's cave, right? Monument. See if I find the people back there on the little monuments. What the hell is this? I ain't even seen this. This thing say Abraham Laws grave site, engraved rock. See that? I ain't even gonna get into that. Let's keep going. I'm trying to show y'all. That might be something. That might be something else too. But I ain't even gonna get into that. This stuff is wild, people. Crystal Shine Grotto. That's what it's called. Look, hunter gatherers. Look at that old building right there. Let's keep going. They took the melanated people out the back. Put the YT people in there. Because the old pictures from the 90s got melanated Abraham in there. With the white on. I got a picture of somewhere though. I still got a receipt. Now we got to start going to look at these places. Because it ain't making no sense, y'all. People think all this stuff is fake. Look how beautiful this is. Look how beautiful this is. Look at this. People think all this stuff is fake, people. Look at that. That's an ancient structure, people. That's beautiful. That's fire. Look at that. They took the real ones out of there they had earlier. They got these shit up in there. They just put some new stuff in there too. Because they used to look like that. But look at that monument. You can tell that it's ancient, people. Look how it's built into the side of the rock. When you see something built into the side of the rock like this, you already know that it is prehistoric. Let me show you. Look at that. It's built right into the side of the rock. This rock is regular. Then it go right into an entrance in the cave, in the rock. See, can I blow this up? Look at that. Fire. And they got the plaque out there for Abraham's oak. It's some more places around America just like this, y'all. It's just like this. If you go through those stories and then you go to the places, because Gilead means rocky, right? Gilead means rocky in Hebrew. Rocky, high place. The Rockies, people. There are places in the Rockies with high-ass places with ancient culture, writings out there, right? The Colorado Rockies, right? It means rocky region. Gilead means rocky region. Abraham went through Gilead, the rocky region, the hard rocky region, the hill country. Mountainous, rugged area east of the Jordan River. Now it says, The name is explained as deriving from gal ad, meaning heap of stones of witness, a mound of testimony, a mound of testimony. In the rocky region, the balm of Gilead is the tree sap coming from the oak tree in the Rockies, right? Huge oak trees in the Rockies. You get the balm of Gilead, heals your muscles. You can't get sick, kind of like vapor rub, but it's a tree sap, right? The balm of Gilead. Oak species. The gamble oak species in the Rocky Mountains can reach 40 feet tall, massive oaks, 400 years old. Right? Balm is made from that tree. Let's see. Healing salve. The oak of the Rockies, the gamble oak. They try to say it's a cottonwood tree, but that ain't what that is. They be trying to change this shit on here, but nah. To get that type of balm, you got to be getting it from a huge tree, people. When you just go get the sap and make a balm from it, that's a huge tree. It's dipping sap. Y'all ever seen them huge trees that just drop sap out the side of the tree? That's how big these trees is. Roll the corn. I wanted to show y'all an example of it. Oak tree, oak medicine, right? Important to the first people of California and Oregon. They called it the tree of life. Large oaks, seeds, balm, produce nuts, fruits, acorns. Oak bark used for thousands of years for medicinal purposes. Indigestion, all that. Charcoal soup, throat infections, kidney stones, all can be healed by the oak tree. Fire. So somebody who knew that about the way the trees heal people, it stops headaches also if you eat the inside of the bark. Somebody knew that from living in nature a long time, people, and it was taken to other lands and they taught it over there. That shit don't come from over there. That's why they try to call that type of stuff hoodoo now. If you get a tree bark and cut the inside out, use it for medicinal purpose, they're going to try to call you a witch. You're going to be on the witch trials if you do that because they made that to be evil. Now, you get it? All things in nature were evil with people who are not of nature, people. But they want to control it at the same time. So that's where they come from. Hoodoo, voodoo, all these different plants, put them in a bowl, making some type of medicine, became evil to religious people. And it comes from the nature's people who created it, right? So now, if you tell somebody it's evil, they will not go research what their ancestors done, how their ancestors healed themselves, right? Now you got to buy the product from them. Get it? Now you got to buy the product from them. It's a wrap. Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all and I'm in love with you. Hope y'all learned something today. I'm going to put this on YouTube if y'all missed the first part of it. We're going to keep going deeper and as far as we can into this information and try to figure all this stuff out. We ain't got no time to waste, not one day. That's my cash out. Anybody want any hoodies or t-shirts or hats, hit me in the DM. Tomorrow, we're going to go into a little more, some more of these tribes, and I'm going to try to find the areas and the stones, and we got to put this whole thing together. And until we get the whole overview of the whole story, because it's a long story that come from ancient stories, people. So you got to kind of put it with the land and the people and the stones and what they done and all of that. So roll the coin. That go right along into the American Indian history. Because our ancient ancestors was great, and they don't want to let us know who they are, right? But we're going to have to find out on our own. Shit. Daryl Harden, what's up, brother? Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a great and safe day. Love you, and I'm in love with you. Like I said, subscribe to my YouTube if you missed the live. 66,000 likes. Love y'all, I'm in love with you. Khalil at the gun, roll the coin. We know the truth now.